It's Titanic Project MC, and I am going to be giving a full tour of what I have on my ship so far. And so yeah, I hope you enjoy. And if we get enough people in, I'll maybe build a bit of my ship. I don't know what I will build. Probably my stern, or maybe some cabins or something like that. I don't know. But yeah, so we're gonna wait for some people to get in here, and I'll be back. Okay, I'm gonna start giving the tour now. And also, just a note, I'm babysitting my little, or my nephew right now, so if you hear him in the background, I mean, I can't do anything about it. I'm not just gonna, like, kick him out of the room or something and leave him by himself, so he's in here for right now. But, yeah, so, I guess we can get started with the ship. So, this is a little spawn area, that I built. I just kind of wanted a place where people can spawn, and, like, you got the entire map right here. Um, People don't actually end up spawning in it, they end up spawning outside of it, but, yeah. So, you can see the entire map. Some things are not the right color. They don't appear the right color on the map, but they do on the actual ship, so. But yeah, so I guess we might as well just get started with the tour. So, here is the ship. I started this on, I think it was like September 9th. No, it was, I don't know, I actually don't remember off the top of my head. Maybe August 11th or something like that, I don't know. But, so we have the bow of the ship. Just recently built this anchor. Not too sure if I'm happy with it, but... So I guess we'll just do like a full fly around of the ship before we get on with the tour. We have the enclosed promenade portion of the superstructure. These portholes, I'm not sure if I'm going to actually stick with these. I might change them just because they might look weird when I actually get to the cabins, and they don't look like portholes from the inside. They look like regular windows, so those might end up changing. I'm just gonna probably change them to one block like this, but yeah. So right here we have the open portion of the promenade deck. Now, currently I only have the port side promenade. I don't feel like putting in, the starboard yet. I'm kind of lazy when it comes to basically copy and pasting. I mean, they were different, but a lot of it is just copy and pasting, so. Now, one thing I do not like about this version of Minecraft is I can barely, like, I can't even see my entire ship in one view, which, gets kind of frustrating, but I'm gonna try to find some way. I mean, I have found some ways to see it in one view, but it's not, like, entirely one view. I don't know, it could be better, but... So, we have the second class open promenade right here. This was recently built, maybe like 4 weeks ago, maybe, which basically a month ago. Right here we got the third class enclosed promenade. Wait, this is second class, isn't it? Never mind, take that back. This is second class. I always get confused. I've always thought, like, this is the third class promenade. Third class did not have a promenade. Their promenade was basically the poop deck and the well deck. They could go on a little bit of the forecastle, I'm pretty sure, but I know they couldn't go beyond the water breaker. So... And that's my little nephew in the background, if you hear him. So we have the poop deck. Some things I'm not sure of. I do not know if the skylight was here. I've seen it on Chronos Darth ship, and I've seen it on deck plans, but I mean, I don't really see it on anything else, so I have the skylight there for right now, but if I see anything that proves otherwise, that it probably wasn't there, then I'll change it. The aft docking bridge, and all this oak wood planks right here are going to change to birch wood. I had them oached because these two woods were different. Like this would have been yellow pine wood, I'm pretty sure, and this would have been pitch pine. So there would have been maybe a slight difference in color, but I don't know, maybe it wasn't that noticeable, so I'm changing it all back to birch wood. So, got the starboard side. Starboard side, less detailed than my port side, because, you know, lazy when it comes to copying things over. That's basically a fly around of the ship. I'll go into detail in a minute. You good, buddy?
Okay, bye.
Hmm?
Bye. Okay, bye.
Nah, I'm good.
Good.
He's cute.
Just taste.
Taste?
Yes.
No. Can you go lay down over there, please? So, I guess we'll just get into the full detail tour. I'll start with the exterior, and I'll work my way into the interior. Well, certain parts I'll actually get into the interior, so I won't have to go back and forth. But so we start at the tip of the forecastle. We got the auxiliary anchor. There's a weird vent right here. It's like a mushroom shape. Just noticed that. It's like a mushroom shape. I don't really know what it was mainly used for, or where it went. We have the crane to put the auxiliary anchor over. I don't think this anchor was actually ever used on Titanic because, you know, its voyage was so short. I know these two were this anchor and this anchor right here. So we have capstans. I'm pretty sure this is like a thing you plug fire hoses into. It's like kind of a port for fire hoses, I guess. Some rigging. The rigging is not complete yet. I think I still gotta add some other stuff. We got bollards, windlasses. This thing right here, this discolorization in the deck, this telephone right here, they could take this telephone and put it right here. On Titanic it was right here, because we see it in photographs, but they could put it right here, and there are photos of Olympics telephone sometimes being right there. There's a photo like maybe like right here, and it just shows the telephone. So we got cargo hatch number 1. I might shorten the orange part down to 1 block. I'm not completely sure on that yet. I was doing it the other day, and then I realized how much of a hassle it's going to be. And like I'm going to have to change some stuff to do with these valves and all that if I wanted to do that. So here's the water breaker. Now I'm pretty sure third class passengers could go up to this point, but they could not go past this water breaker. There's a sign right here. I don't actually have it saying anything, but so we got I'm pretty sure this is a steam winch. I'm pretty sure the bigger ones are the steam winches and the smaller ones are the electric winches. I think. Teddy bear?
Yeah, teddy bear.
No, I'm good.
Teddy bear.
Hmm?
Teddy bear.
Sorry about that. We got the skylight down into the cruise galley. He's picking up stuff and asking where's my money. So we got another steam winch right here. The forward mast.
Mom,
Kason,
what?
shh, please.
Money?
Huh?
Let it go.
Thank you. Can you be quiet, please?
It's for fun.
I'm sorry, I have to babysit him. Nobody's home, so I have to babysit him. I was like, oh lord. Because I wanted to do this stream, but I think hopefully y'all can deal with it. So we have a bell right here. I have no idea what this bell would have actually been used for. There's this bell up here, and then there's also a bell right here that I also do not know what would be used for. So this is a rope that I'm pretty sure this rope is mainly for like mooring, so they could dock at like Southampton and New York and stuff. They might have actually had those in store at New York and Southampton, but I don't know. All I do know is though there was a rope right here. We have another vent. I'm pretty sure this is a hoist, maybe. I mean, it kind of reminds me of a hoist. It might not be though. So we go down to the well deck. I'm gonna get to this interior after we tour the well deck. So we have the two cargo hatches, cargo hatch number 2, cargo hatch number 3, electric winches, cranes. I do not have the doors into the cranes. I don't have detail in it. I have this, but I know this is wrong after looking at illustrations. We have the details on the crane. I'm pretty sure these details are fully done. I mean, I might have to recheck them because I built this like a while ago, but I'm pretty sure these are fine. We have a deck light as a skull head, and it produces light because there's invisible fire in front of it, which when you're walking around the ship it does create like a sound, but can't do anything about that. So I don't know what these were. I actually have no clue what these were. I might actually look into that. More bollards. Now the side of this is not actually fully detailed. I have these little ribs, I guess they were. They're part of the ribbing. I don't know. But I have those. But I don't actually have the holes where the moors or the ropes would come in and attach to the bollards. Turn it back to day. Rigging. This rigging could be better. I had like it looks straight, and then we get to this part and you can see it's not really that straight right here. It would be straight, it wouldn't curve, kind of how I have it. It's kind of hard to do that though, and I don't have the other piece of rigging that went down with it too. So pretty sure that's really all for the well deck. Can't really notice anything else. These are waterways, these black things that go along each of the edges of places. These are waterways, so water could flow through, like rainwater and such. So I guess we'll get to the inside of this part so we don't gotta come back. So I've never really seen anything on this area, so I'm not fully sure if it's accurate. I'm pretty sure the flooring would have been like this. It could have been linoleum though, like a linoleum tiling, kind of like this. So this is a hospital. Pretty sure this is like where the crew would be taken to if they got injured or something, or maybe like I know the firemen probably would be if they got injured. The galley store. This is like storage for the galley, the cruise galley, which is right here, where they would prepare the food for the firemen, the stokers and stuff. which I don't actually have that in yet, so. I actually just built all of this, all the detail inside of this today, like before I started the stream. So, this goes down to D-deck and Crow's Nest entrance. This would go down to, I'm pretty sure like go down to a little room where you can go out to the open space. Or go somewhere else. I'm pretty sure though, don't quote me on that. This goes into the crow's nest. So I can't do anything about like the walls of the crow, like inside of the crow's nest being painted the wrong color. Because it's Minecraft and I have my limitations. But the inside of this would be white, and there would be piping and stuff like that. So we have the crow's nest itself. I'm pretty sure this is done. I mean, I might need to do more stuff, but I don't think so. So, yeah, and if you're wondering why this flooring is like this, I actually don't know, but I saw it on Titanic on Glory. It kind of was this kind of texture, so I just put it there. So, yep. Come down here. Ladder down to cargo hold. Now, I think it might have been down to the cargo hold, but I don't know. It doesn't really say where it goes down to, and I didn't have time to check the profile of the ship, so I just put it as ladder down to cargo hold. Fan room. This is not complete. There would have been fans and stuff right here. Now, there was some kind of circular thing in the corner, which I put, but carpenter shop. This is done. This is basically all it was. It said on deck plans, shelves over a bench, so I assumed like a kind of a carpenter's bench where they would, work and stuff, so I just put stuff like, I guess blueprints of the ship. I don't know if that makes sense, but I made this as if it was a panel or something. Another panel. So, this would have been a locker. I don't know if it actually would have been made out of mahogany. I don't know if it would have been this dark and stuff, or made out of wood at all, but I have it like that. We got carpenter's store. Now on deck plans, it doesn't actually show anything in the carpenter's store, but I put little shelves here because it might have made sense. It might have not though. They might have had just like boxes and stuff in here for like carpenter's material and stuff like that. Cargo hatch right here. What?
That's.
Hmm?
That's.
What?
That's.
I don't know what you're saying.
That's.
Okay, so come over here down to D-deck. This would have gone down to the open space, I'm pretty sure. Third class open space. I mean, that's the only place I can think of, because the open space was pretty big. Well, actually, maybe not. I think the open space ended right here, which is because that's where I have this wall. I don't know. So I'm pretty sure that's all for the inside of the forecastle. I mean, I have the surgery. Kason, can you please be quiet? Please? You can have the car. I don't want the car. Go play with it, please. Over there.
Huh?
Over there.
Oh.
Go play with it over there, please.
Okay.
Thank you. He's adorable, but he doesn't listen. So we have, I'm pretty sure there was just a, wardrobe type thing right here. This is the surgery room. So I don't know what it actually was for, but I'm imagining something to do with surgery. There was a little, sink over there. Hospital, this is the same as it is in this room. They're identical. So that's the inside of the forecastle. Now, right here we have the Harlan and Wolff shipbuilder's plaque. It would appear different, like there would have been Harlan and Wolff, and then it would below it would have been Limited, then Belfast, and then shipbuilders and engineers at the bottom. but I can't do that, so I'd rather just fit in the words than try to get the layout right. I don't know if I'm gonna actually keep these doors, because I mean, it lined up with this hallway, which I don't even know if mine does line up with the hallway. It wouldn't be that hard to change though, so. But you would be able to just come out here from that companionway or hallway. So we have this promenade area. This area would have been first class as well. We got waterways, another one of those things you'd plug the hoses, fire hoses into. This pipe would have like gone right here, and then it would have gone down. It's right there, but I haven't figured out how I'm gonna do that without it looking weird. So, but this pipe went all the way along here, and also these beams did too. I have it on the other side. So yeah, you can see. Yeah,
Will you open it?
that doesn't open.
There.
Well, the doors do. Go play with it, please.
Okay.
So we have these things. I don't know what they were. They might have actually not even been like this. They might have been just like indents in the ship, kind of like this. What? I opened it for you and you closed it. Watch how to open it. See? Like that.
Help it. Help it. Help it.
Like that.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Help it.
Go play with it, please.
Help it. Help it.
What?
Help it.
Like that.
Oh no.
Go play with it. Thank you. Oh, when are my parents gonna get home? But, yeah. I don't know what those were. I mean, I could look into it, but I just know they were there. So... Nothing really special over here. We got the staircase going up to all the way to boat deck. We have this, part of the promenade.
Can I open it?
I just opened it.
Open it.
I did. Okay, I'm sorry guys, I can't do anything about him coming in and out. So Promenade, there is a famous Father Brown photo from right here. I mean, I guess it's not really that famous, but there's a Father Brown photo taken about right here. There's like two men, some other people, I think. I don't know what this thing on the roof was. I know it was there, but I don't know what it was. So as you can see, do not have the starboard side promenade in. I do have the port side though, so we'll go along with that. I'll just fly through it. I'll go maybe in detail later. I mean, there's nothing to really go in detail though. It's just kind of a promenade. So yep, that's that. Okay, so up here at the bridge, we have the cab. Pretty sure that's what it's called. Yeah, I think it was called the cab. We have the red light for port and the green one for starboard. So the ships that see the ship can tell what side they're looking at. There would have been more details in this, but I can't really fit them in. Well, maybe well, I'm pretty sure this actually was the only stuff. There might have been like a little more around here, but I don't know. So, we have the bridge itself. We got telegrams, the helm, more telegrams. These storm shields, I actually don't know what these storm shields were used for. I know there were storm shields, but I imagine you would have probably put them over the window or something, and there were little holes in the middle so you can see, and maybe like help protect the glass or something during storms. So That's my assumption, at least. Right here we have pole. This thing right here would have been used when you turn to the helm. You can see how far over it is. So like when it's hard over, it's gonna be perfectly horizontal and stuff like that. So these were little things. I'm pretty sure like these were just meant for, you know, the captain or one of the officers to put like a teacup or something on there, just like a little table. I don't know what these were either. I just know it was there. That's kind of a common trend with me. I have gutters. I don't know if these gutters would have actually been there, but I know there were gutters, like drains right here. No, there was a drain right here. Drain right here. Drain right here. Don't know if it actually been right here. So I'll just go through this part since, I mean, it is interior, but it kind of is exterior as well. So we have, what in the world is going on here? I don't think I placed that. So we have the main helm they actually used. They mainly used this one. That one was mainly for docking, I'm pretty sure, and when they get close to shore and the pier and stuff. We got the same thing right here to indicate how far over the helm is. Cabinets, the controls for bulkheads. These are phones right here. Pretty sure. Yeah, these are phones. I don't actually know where the watertight door indication panel would be. I didn't see it anywhere. I know it wasn't in this area because there's a photograph of Olympics, this area, and the indication panel isn't right there. So we got the pilot's room. Kind of gets this wall is kind of messed up because you got the captain's sitting room over there, but so yep, that's that. And one thing I intend to do with the ship is people or cabins that were occupied are gonna have the lights on, and cabins that were not occupied are gonna have the lights off. So I'm pretty sure this one should actually be on, but I don't have it there right now. I mean, I have this lamp thing right there, but huh? So we need to continue with the exterior. So we have these are ladders. If you see these, I could just use the regular Minecraft wood ladders, but what? Go play with it, please. I'm trying to do something. So more rigging. Funnel, kind of just towering over you. Waterways right here. This is the staircase that went down, out to the promenade. If we come right here, you got the deck house for the officers' quarters. I don't actually have any cabins in. I mean, I did have the chief officer's cabin in, but I ripped it out because I realized it was inaccurate. So we have lifeboats, the emergency cutter. Now this lifeboat is not actually accurate. I don't know if it would have actually been the same as these lifeboats right here. But so bench, deck light, electric winch. We have the I have lost my words. I'm just gonna I give up. The cover for the dome cover. God. More vents. I'm pretty sure this is just like a motor. I mean, that makes no sense. I know this is a motor for a vent. And these vents. I don't actually know where any vents actually lead to. I mean, I know where this. I have an assumption for what this vent is, because in the book Titanic, Ship Magnificent, it describes how ventilation was cleverly hidden in the dome of the lounge. And so I'm pretty sure that has to do with that. And these have to do with ventilation to the lounge as well. Because you can see it goes down, and it also goes down into the promenade, which I actually don't think I have. Yeah. But it did. This little thing would have gone down. So, we have where the gymnasium is. I don't have the gymnasium in. Kind of been procrastinating on that. Procrastinating. The starboard side, same as the port, basically. We have the raised roof over the lounge. More vents. A lot of vents on boat deck. We have down to A deck. This is just a staircase that went down here. We have more rigging. Crew only. This is deck chairs. Pretty sure, yeah. Another vent. A lot of clutter. This is a expansion joint. Now, the expansion joint might not have been this color on the deck. It might have been more of a sandstone color, which is what I've seen plenty of people do. But I mean, I kind of thought I saw in Titanic on Glory, and when they go through the officers' quarters, you can see the expansion joint just wrap around you, and I kind of think maybe it would have been like that on the deck, but I don't know. I haven't actually checked photos of Olympic or Titanic to see, which I probably should do. Crew only. This went down to the pantry for the lounge. What? Crew only. This would have been like hoist gears. I don't have in it. This was officer's mess, I'm pretty sure. Or engineers. I don't know. Could have been either or. We got... What? This would have been a pantry for, here, but I don't actually have it in because pantries are kind of frustrating. Casing. So, come right here, crew only. This would have been an engineer's smoking room. So this is the best I can do. I'm pretty sure there were chairs right here along this couch, but I mean the couch is kind of bigger, so I'd rather have the couch there. Sideboards, I don't actually know what those are. I just know they kind of looked like this. I think. I actually probably am wrong on that. Crew only. This is a tank room. I don't have the tank, or I have the tank in, but there would have been like a fan or something right here, which I don't have in, which I probably should have put in. Another electric winch, dome. This is the dome cover over the aft grand staircase. Another ladder. Now, I don't actually have all the piping and stuff that went from this funnel all the way to right here and right here. I haven't figured out a good design for that at this scale. It's kind of hard to get. You got fiddlies right here. This is the casing for the reciprocating engine casing. This would go all the way down to the reciprocating engine rooms, which you can see I don't have. I do. The only room I have that's near, like in the draft, is the boiler room 6, and that's not fully complete. So come over here, crew only. This is a tank room. I built this today as well. So don't know if it's fully accurate, but I'll double check. So I don't. There would have been there was this gate, and then there was another one like over here, somewhere over here. This was for the engineers promenade. This is basically like the engineers promenade, and I thought that was kind of neat that like the engineers had their own promenade area for them. So this area would be first class, engineers promenade, second class. More benches, more lifeboats, more waterways, such. We have fans. I don't have that room in yet. It isn't that hard, just haven't gotten to it. Casing. Thank you. Crew only. I actually don't remember what any of these rooms are. I know one of them was a store for games, like storage for the games, deck games, and some other stuff. Don't quote me on it though, because I really do not remember. Kason, please be quiet, please. So, I'm pretty sure this was... I don't think it would have been a pipe. I'm pretty sure you would have been able to put a tarp or something over it. I know that similar thing was over here. Right here, you'd be able to put a tarp over it. And then also it's on the A-deck portion behind the veranda cafe. So we got all that stuff. Another bench. Cloakroom. Yeah, this is the area, only place right here. I'm pretty sure that wouldn't be crew only. I mean, maybe, actually, deck games probably would have been. Yeah, I have deck games. Crew only. Crew only, okay. Second class staircase right here. I don't have the second class staircase in. I'm gonna do it soon. More lifeboats and such. The A-deck promenade. Or, not promenade. I mean, I guess it could be considered part of the promenade, but... We have the aft mast. That would have been gone down here as well. So... I wish you would listen and be quiet. I love him though, but he gets like really frustrating. We have more cranes. Now this thing probably there would have been another door going into this. We have a food cargo hatch. These are both cargo hatch. They're both considered cargo hatch number 4. So these would have gone down to Orlop deck. So we have another entrance to another second class staircase. A bench. This would have gone into this second class smoking room. If we go down here, the aft well deck. We got another crane right here. Still no doors that get into it. The aft well deck is basically complete besides the crane. Somebody's here. Now I can close the door because people are home to wash them now. Now I can actually, maybe give y'all a better understanding of what everything is. So, we have... This went into some kind of room, I don't really remember, but... I just recently built this area, but it actually isn't correct because, there's a cargo hatch and it would have lined up with... Actually, I can't really show you right there. There's this cargo hatch, and this wall should have been cornered with the cargo hatch. This cargo hatch should have been in the corner, but it doesn't line up, so I'm gonna have to do that. Right here, this went into a third class staircase, so I actually have this in. I started on the general room, but then I realized I'm kind of screwed when it comes to the portholes. So I'm going to have to figure out what I'm going to do. I might just raise all of Poop Deck up, which is going to take a lot of work, but... I did not start on the, third class smoking room. So that's that. This would have gone into... I think it's a pantry for the smoking room. Might be wrong. So we got more bollards, waterways, still don't know what this stuff was, electric winch. And then we get the poop deck, which is basically the third class promenade. I mean, this could be considered as well. And the forward well deck. So this crane right here, again, no door to get into it. Electric winch, vent. We have more benches and such. Now I don't know if these vents are actually accurate. I know they're accurate in like their placement, but like, you know, I don't know if this one would have been like this compared to this one, like been smaller. And I don't know if this one actually would have been big like this. This is probably too big for my ship. We got more benches, bollards, capstans, an anchor. We got we have where Rose wanted to jump off the ship. A deck light, technically a deck light. I mean, it's like a deck light. So yep. Now, the stern. I don't actually have the stern finished. This isn't my final stern. This is probably gonna all get ripped out and changed because I think it looks good from maybe this view. I can push a night vision on. I think it looks decent from like this side view, but once you get to more of like this view, it doesn't look right. It doesn't curve how it's supposed to. And then we have this one. Now this one doesn't look good from a side view, but it looks good from the other view. It looks more correct than this side. So I'm gonna rip both of them out and do a new stern design. I've been doing a lot of trial and error on the stern. I've been doing it forever. So I'll take night vision off. So we have the aft docking bridge. All this stuff is white. These are telemotors, but they're white because I'm pretty sure they would have been covered with the canvas. I've seen photos of them covered with canvases on Olympic. So maybe they were like that on Titanic. I don't know. We have hatches. I'm pretty sure these were more served as not highlights, skylights. But yeah. We have a door with what would be a staircase going down to the steering gear. And so, yeah, I guess that's really all of the exterior. So, guess we can start with the interior. So I guess I'll start at the officers' quarters. I think would be the best place. So, come right here. I already showed y'all the pilot. I guess we'll start with the navigational room. The navigational room, not fully accurate. There would have been I think there would have been a mahogany dado, which a dado is like, you'll see in places like the general room, the bottom will be a different thing than the top, a different color or different material. So that was in here. But I could put it on this wall, but it'd look weird if it wasn't on this wall and stuff. So what I'm actually doing, I'll maybe go to it towards the end of the stream. I'm filling in entire maps worth of like wood or something so I can put item frames and maps right here. So I don't have to like double layer some of the walls that have just a dado. So right here we have the captain's sitting room. This is done. So I'm pretty sure there's not anything wrong with this. I might change this mirror design, and it was a hanging wardrobe, but I don't know if the term of hanging wardrobe, like if I took that correctly, because it might have just been like you put clothes in there to hang, and maybe not it's not an actual hanging wardrobe, so probably gonna change that. These are heaters. If you see these with like the ladders and stuff, they're heaters. I use the ladders instead of item frames so I can save the item frames, because there is an item frame limit. So the captain's bedroom, it would have been a little bigger, but I wanted to put in this dado so it's not as big. Right here, the captain's laboratory. Now there would have been, I'm pretty sure this actually was on the other side. These would be like the valves and stuff for him to turn it on, and this would have been a faucet. So I'm pretty sure this was actually supposed to be over here. So this is toilets. They're considered water closets. There would have been also pipes and stuff like go out of it, but I'm really limited when it comes to space in here. So we go to this hallway. We have, I'm pretty sure this is the fifth officer's cabin, or the fourth. It's either fifth or fourth, but smoking room, don't have that in. Officer smoking room. Stewards, don't have that in. Pantry, have the floor forward in. This is the expansion joint that would wrap around. Marconi wireless room, this is fully done. So I have no idea what really anything was. The only thing I know this is a pneumatic tube, so that like stuff from the purser's office can come and it drop down into the little grate right there. That's the only thing I know about that, though. This was supposed to be like the communications chart, stuff like that. Now, it is really confusing to understand that Marconi communications chart, but I have it there. This is what it, like, I used, pretty sure this is a comparator or something like that. Yeah. I used this to simulate, like, the thing they'd press on and stuff like that, but, you know, there's no other better design. Here, I'm gonna switch to my other YouTube account on my phone so I can watch this. I cannot find it. Again, I'm sorry for like the screaming in the background. I cannot do anything about it. So, oh, thank you, shipbuilder. Fourth officer. Okay, that's really helpful because I actually thought it was fifth officer. Now, the thing about like the officers, I don't even really know all their names. I know Chief Officer Wild, First Officer Murdoch, Second Officer Lighthauler. I think it was Third Officer Pittman. I might be completely wrong. I'm more like a Titanic Titanic enthusiast when it comes like the structure of the ship and what it looks like, and less on the story and stuff like that. So right here we have the I'm losing my words. We have the cabin for the telegraph operators. Silent room. Again, I have no idea what any of this stuff is. They had, like, I think there were paint buckets. And, I think there were paint buckets because I saw, like, just what looked like paint buckets. Like, there were buckets with white, liquid in them. It's like, oh, paint. Maybe they're painting the ship, because, I mean, Titanic was, like, really delayed when it came to like, not delayed, I wouldn't say delayed, but it's more like they were painting the ship while it was still in Southampton, about to depart. They were still painting the ship, so, Titanic was on a tight schedule. Come right here, laboratory. Don't actually have it in, have the outlines. I have the outlines for everything, but I don't actually have them. I always found it kind of weird how there's, officer's laboratory, basically, there's a bathroom right here, and it just leads into a vent that goes out here, and the vent goes literally all the way down to about the boiler room. I can show you. It goes down to right here, this room right here. So I always kind of found that weird, but I don't know. This was, so if that was a fourth officer over there, this is fifth officer, and this is the sixth officer's cabin. right here, third officer, second officer, first officer, and chief officer. So now beyond this door, this is considered first class on the ship. I'm not even gonna go through everything because I don't have any rooms in here. I'll just show the hallway though. This is what the hallways look like. This is a part of the pneumatic tubes, which is that thing that goes from the chief or the purser's office over here. I don't know if mine actually lines up properly, because I'm pretty sure if you break through this wall, it goes to the silent room, or actually probably the wall. Yeah. So it should be. Oh yeah, I forgot. I have this double layered, which means it's gonna be right here. There we go. This would have been elevator gears. Well, I'm pretty sure there might have been like a wall separating the elevator gears from. Because I've seen some people put fans right here and then elevator gears, but I've also seen Titanic on Glory just do elevator gears. So. Now we have the grand staircase. So I really probably need to check everything again, because this is one of the first interiors I built. So this is like one of the oldest rooms on the ship. So I maybe built this like what, almost 9 months ago, 8 months ago. So I mean, I might need to check over the paneling and stuff like that. It's probably not correct, but yeah. So we have the dome. I built this like 2 months ago, maybe 3 months ago. I like how it turned out. And I also, I kind of thought about this, that, like, I wanted to find some way to get daylight coming through the dome, and I just didn't know how to do that without, you know, being able to see through the glass, because the glass would have been opaque, you couldn't see through it. But I actually thought about putting carpet, over this, so you can't see through the dome, but there's also carpet over it, so daylight comes in. I'll go into the dome cover to show you what I mean. So there's carpet over it, so that daylight comes through. And I also put this whole big layer of black carpet so that it kind of appears darker when you're looking into it. So I was really proud of myself for like figuring that out, because I'm not usually able to do that stuff by myself. So I guess we'll go down to A deck. We got Honor and Glory right there. Probably the best design I could figure out. There probably is a better one I can do, but I'm happy with that. Got the A deck landing right here. Heaters. This would have been like a chalkboard, I'm pretty sure. So they could maybe put like, I know on E deck they had one right under the clock, and it would be like, this clock will set back so and so at 12 o'clock. So this is the clock. They had one at every landing, I'm pretty sure. This would have been cabins. It probably would have been similar to like Thomas Andrews' cabin, which is aft over there beyond the lounge at the aft grand staircase. It probably would have been similar to that, because I assume so, because they're at the staircase to connect to the staircase. Accommodation. I have the accommodation outlined, but I don't actually have all the accommodation put in. Now, I'm pretty sure this floor... What in the world? Yeah, I just noticed that. This needs to go down a block, because I just noticed I have the floor right here. It should be down a block. But I'm pretty sure all the flooring would have been like this. It might have been similar to like Thomas Andrews' flooring for his cabin and Francis Brown's. Because I looked at Honor and Glory, and I see this pattern in the midships and like B deck and stuff, but I also see the pattern that would have been with Thomas Andrews' cabin and the midships and B deck accommodation. So some of these cabins might actually not be all this flooring. They might have been you know, a different flooring, carpeting pattern. And then also, there were skylights that went from, I can show you right here. I'll just break out of here. These are supposed to represent skylights that went down into, these inner cabins right here, into the attic, which I do not have because I don't know how I'm supposed to, like, hide the skylights actually being there, because you wouldn't be able to see them from there, so I have no idea how I'm gonna do that. I might try to figure it out, but skid lights? Yeah, that's what they're called. I always call them skylights. I always thought the skid lights were, the deck lights. But apparently I'm wrong. Alright, thanks for that information. So that's all of accommodation. I need to put it in. I was gonna put it in, but then I lost motivation because, you know, how compact I can put stuff. I make stuff. I was making a 4-to-1 and I put outlines for it, but then I decided I want to continue with this one because I want to have a ship that's complete and is to scale with the Minecraft character. And so maybe after I complete this ship, I might do the 4-to-1 scale. So, maybe. So I guess let's go over here. We have the reading and writing room right here. Now, this carpeting might need to change. I mean, there might have been, it might have been a different color, but when I was building it, I put it as, you know, this kind of pinkish color. It might have been like that. It might have not been. I don't know. So I'm pretty sure you see these black things, and in Honor and Glory, they kind of look like footrests. Maybe that might be like foot cushioners. I don't know. But I kind of have them like that. Yeah, maybe a pink and red mix. I was thinking about doing like maybe discolorization, but I just put it as one solid color. I've recently been going through a lot of places and changing a lot of like the flooring. Like when I go to the lounge, I'll show y'all. I'll show you, or y'all. But I've recently been going and like revamping a lot of the ship because a lot of stuff is out of date. Like this room, I built this, you know, maybe like 7 months ago. This is also one of the first rooms. This is the first public room I built besides the grand staircase, if you consider that one. So I do need to go back and change some stuff. And also this ceiling, I'm not sure if I'm happy with this ceiling. There would have been like carvings into the ceiling, and they kind of looked this color, and I went back and tried to change it, but I couldn't figure out what to change it to. So it looks really blocky and weird right now. So this room is kind of weird to do in Minecraft at this scale. So I guess we'll go into the lounge now. Now here's what I mean with the lounge. Like you can see, I forgot to change this. The flooring used to be a discolorization of the red. Like it used to be like this, red and the regular terracotta, but yesterday I changed it to this. Now it looks weird because this is wood. You can see it's wood right here. What? I'll change that in a minute. You can see it's wood. Now, I changed it yesterday, and I changed it to this wood color. It wasn't actually wood, it was of course carpeting, but there were two colors in the lounge flooring, and it was like texture. It was kind of like this color, and then this wood was the only closest one I can get to the actual other color. Because there's no, every other yellow or stuff like that is too bright, or not the right shade of yellow, so this is the only thing I can do. We have this fireplace. It might be too dark. I'm pretty sure it was a marble fireplace, but I remember looking at a video of Olympics Lounge, and I remember the fireplace being dark, so I changed it to that, but I need to go back and maybe see if it was brighter. So all the chairs and stuff. Maybe some things are out of proportion when it comes to scale. Like you see how big this couch is compared to these chairs. I might change that. Some things are out of proportion, I can admit. So, right here we have a bookcase. We have a... this is the dome to the lounge. If you go over here, this is basically the cover. I mean, I have it like right up against it. And there's this vent that would have supplied ventilation, because they hid ventilation into this dome, which I felt was kind of neat. That's the only thing I really know about the ventilation. This is the only vent I know was what the purpose of it was for. We have a mahogany bookcase. Now, I don't think this mahogany color is actually correct. It probably would have been darker, but I might change it to like maybe this color, or maybe even darker, or wherever. Yeah, this color. I don't know yet. I changed to the smoking room to that color, which I'll show. That's basically it for the lounge. One of my favorite rooms on the ship. I just kind of like the color scheme and the style, and all the paneling and stuff. It's just a really nice looking room. So, right here, this is a pantry. And this pantry, I don't know if it's actually fully accurate, because I know this stuff probably isn't accurate, like the stoves and stuff. There probably would have been like hot presses and other stuff. Maybe not hot presses, but there would have been probably more to it than this. So I gotta go back and change it. Because I recently did more research on like the galleys and the pantries, because I started building them a couple of weeks ago. So I don't remember what some of this stuff is. I built this around the same time I built the lounge. So this is the bar for the lounge. It's not like you think a bar today and you think like an American bar, like you go up to it, you sit at a stool, you order your drinks and such, but a bar back then, like at least on a ship, would have been more like it would have been more like an area where you, like the drinks are supplied from. You get the drinks from here, and you would take them to the lounge. So that's that. There's also a service window right here, which I'm gonna put like this. We have the expansion joint right here. This would lead out to the port side promenade that I don't have in. It's just kind of an empty area. So we go over here. This is the expansion joint. It was kind of like a more goldish color. I mean, of course, it wasn't actually gold. It was more of a bronze color. Dyslexia is hitting me hard. Now, these don't actually line up, which I don't know why I don't have them lining up. Oh yeah, because there's a window right here. I thought it'd be kind of weird, like having the expansion joint almost go into the window. So hopefully people don't notice that it's not lined up. Now we have the aft grand staircase. The less detailed honor and glory of the simple one. It's kind of hard to make it actually seem way less simple in Minecraft. Because, you know, the limits. But right here, this would have been Thomas Andrews' cabin. Don't have that in. This would have been his bathroom. Over here, this would have been Francis Brown's cabin, and this would have been his bathroom. We'll get down there in a second. So here's the smoking room. As you can see, this is a work in progress. I have some paneling done. I have one ceiling light done. It's really a hassle to actually put in the ceiling molding and all that. So here, this would have been like a stained glass, and I'm pretty sure there would have been lights behind that too. I know there are skylights behind it. If I go in here, there's skylights up here. I don't have them on this side. I have them on this side though. There's skylights right here that would have supplied light through them, and the light would have shined through there as well. So no furniture. Paneling's not done for over here. That would have been a revolving door right here, and I'm pretty sure. I don't know if I actually have this in the right place. And if you come right here, this is even more of a work in progress than the smoking room. The veranda cafe. Basically nothing besides the floor. Sliding door. Sliding door is probably inaccurate. I just kind of thought this off my head, like when I was building this. The sliding door, it wasn't like this, I'm pretty sure. So, don't remember what this stuff is. I'll build them once I'll figure it out once I get to them, but... guess let's go down to B deck. We'll just go right here. So we have the reception room for the a la carte restaurant. A la carte, a la carte. I've heard both pronunciations, but I usually say a la carte, but I don't know. Right here would have been the Cafe Parisien, which I don't have. I have it outlined, kinda. I mean, there would have been like a curved wall right here and stuff like that. It would have been it wouldn't have just been straight, but. And sorry if I stutter. Like usually when I talk for a while, I end up stuttering and I lose my train of thought. That's the bad thing about me doing streams. So on deck plans it shows this, or no, I'm pretty sure, yeah, on deck plans it shows this wall, this door, and this wall being pushed back to right here. But on Honor and Glory I saw that they have the wall pushed forward and the, door, and this companionway right here went around. So I thought it was connected to the reception room, but Honor and Glory doesn't, so I trust Honor and Glory. They're one of the main bases for my ships. So we have the B-deck grand staircase. This is more recent. Updated furniture, like the A-deck grand staircase. The furniture needs to be changed to look more like this. And I don't know. There were two different types of furniture in here. You had the cane furniture, the Dryad cane furniture, and you also had the more cushioned one. And so I don't know if there was a difference in here as well, if like, you know, this would have been cushioned and this would have been Dryad and stuff, like the B-deck, but I don't have it like that. So here's another chalkboard, heaters, stuff like that. This would have been an entrance into the ship, basically. I'm pretty sure in Southampton you were able to go through this door right here. And so there would have been glass right here, but I thought it looks kind of weird if I had glass right here because it ends up looking like that, and you can see like there's this piece of glass missing, so I just kind of left it open. Now I might change this to be more square because these windows right here were the same shape. I know these windows were 31 by 34 inches and these ones were 34 by 37, so they were the exact same shape, just one was scaled down. But I might make this a square, I don't know. There would have been a door leading into the private promenade, but I don't have that there yet. So the only room I have of the parlors, any parlor suites, is B52. Now, I'm not fully I know the paneling is accurate, and I know this floor is accurate. I don't know if the carpet is accurate. The floor is accurate because it was a parquet flooring, which is like a wood kind of flooring. But I don't know if the color of this carpet is fully correct. I mean, I imagine it being red, but it might have been green, it might have been blue. I've seen all three of them. And there was also a different border color. It was way darker, and I can't really tell what color it is because it's a black and white photograph, so I made it black. I kind of imagine it being black, but I might be completely wrong about that carpet. A fireplace. This would have been a clock, and it would have been centered, but I don't have it centered because I can't center it. So this would have gone into B54, which was an Empire style, and then I don't, and then this would have gone into B56, which I think was Old Dutch. I think that's what style it was. I don't remember off the top of my head. This was King Louis XVI style. So I guess we'll go farther down. Sea deck, I do not have sea deck fully detailed. I don't have all the paneling, none of the furniture, I don't have any of that stuff, so. Elevator shafts, don't have anything for that. So yeah, sea deck is basically, this is basically the only thing I have on sea deck besides that second class enclosed promenade over there. And we have the reception room. The reception room, it is fully paneled and all that. It just has no furniture in it yet. And this room isn't complete either. I don't have the ceiling. Oh, and I also don't have the ceiling details for this either. So, we have the dining saloon. Everything's finished for this. There would have been like ceiling molding and stuff, but it makes it not look like a arched roof, which it was, so I'm not doing ceiling details for this room, so I'm just kind of leaving it like this. But all the paneling and stuff is complete. I was really happy with how this room turned out, with all the paneling and all the details and stuff. I was really happy with it. I started furniture over here, but like this alone over here took me a bit to do, to actually position all the chairs correctly, and so that's that. I'll complete it soon. I actually might get to it soon, because you know, this area has been incomplete for a little while now. So I'm actually going to start the port side. Right here, we have the pantry for all of like the dining saloon and stuff. This pantry would have been for the dining saloon, and I'm pretty sure it would have been for the second class dining saloon. So now this flooring. If any of you know what this flooring was, what color it was, I'd be like happy to know, because I know it was a ribbed clay tiling, and I've seen that, and I look up photos of ribbed clay tiling, and all I see is red. I never see any other color besides red, so I have it more of this pinkish red color, because that's the closest it can get, so. But I've also seen people like Gantry 401, they're building a 4:1 scale Titanic, and one of their members like specializes in the kitchens, because, you know, he loves the kitchens, he's a chef himself, and he has it gray, so I don't know if it was gray, if it was, you know, this red color, I don't know. So if any of you know what it was, it'd be really helpful. So, this, I noticed in photos, I don't know if this is actually fully correct, but I noticed in photos, there's a photo taken on Olympic from like maybe right here about, and you can see like a little ramp going up, which means, I'm pretty sure, like, it means this area indents into the ground, and so it's lower than the actual area around it. So I'm pretty sure that's correct. It might not be, but that's how I have it. This would have been like a gate, not a gate, but like you can push it up, I'm pretty sure, or down to get through. Other stuff. I used to know what this stuff was. I don't anymore though. Pretty sure. Yeah, these are hot presses. These are. Forgot the name of them. Starts with a B. I'm pretty sure. These are more hot presses. Hot presses. A cabinet thing. These pipes. I tried my hardest to get the piping accurate. I'm pretty sure I did a decent job with getting it accurate, but I'm pretty sure there might have been more pipes, you know, around this area. So I haven't done the starboard side of this room, nor the middle of it. There would have been, I'm pretty sure, water boilers right around this area. Might be wrong though. They kind of look like water boilers. So we have sinks. I forgot what these are. another sink, a little locker type thing. So I don't remember what these rooms are either. I don't remember what any of them. Well, actually, I remember what this one. Oh, I remember what. Oh my god, that's the one problem with this room. I remember what one of them was. This one was a bar area. So like this is where they would supply the drinks for the dining saloon. So that's the only room I actually remember. And this one was silverware, I'm pretty sure. I think this one was a silverware room. So yeah. That's all I have for D-Deck. And we're almost actually done with the interior part, so we're almost done with the tour. And I'm probably not going to actually build any in this stream. I originally intended to, but I think we're going somewhere soon, so I might do that in another live stream. So we have Scotland Road right here. This is not fully detailed, doesn't have all the paneling. This wall isn't straight. There'd be, you know, you'd be able to go into like third class dining saloon and such, like on this wall, but watertight bulkhead, not fully complete. This is what I have for the watertight bulkhead, but there would have been like gearing and stuff that I don't have. That's all for Scotland Road. Very still is a work in progress. We have this area of Scotland Road. What up? Yeah, I'm gonna have to wrap this up soon. But we have this area of Scotland Road. This isn't part of Scotland Road, it's just kind of the end of it. This is a light and air that went down to the squash court. These would have been staircases. The staircase would have gone up to the D-Deck, the third class open space. This as well. This would have been a laboratory. Oh, he's back. Kason, go to Grammy.
Oh no.
Ah, my god. Hopefully next stream I'll do it. I'll be by myself. But we have the only cabins I have on the ship. Third class cabins. The only passenger cabins, at least, I have on the ship. We have third class cabins. I'm not fully sure if these are accurate. I don't know if it would have been a sink in the middle, because I saw it on deck plans and I kept on researching like what it probably was, but I couldn't find anything, because it was just labeled with S, and I'm pretty sure that means sink, but I looked in the legend for the or the legend key for the deck plans, and it didn't say anything about a box with an S in it besides an area for the forepeak. Another cabin, these are all identical. This would have been bed too, but I can't put carpet over it because it's a slab, so when I try to put carpet over it, this happens. So I just left it with no carpet. And that's basically the full interior for the ship. I'll show off the boiler room, what I have of it. This is what I have of the boiler room so far, so definitely a work in progress. I need pipes, catwalks, other stuff like that. Stuff leading to the coal bunkers, the ash ejectors. Tank top is gonna be a real hassle, and I can't wait to get to the reciprocating engine room, but it's gonna be so terrible for me because I can barely build a reciprocating engine. I mean, I have a prototype for one, but it didn't look super good, and the turbine engine room is gonna be even worse. Can't wait for that. But yeah, and the inside of the boilers actually do have stuff now. I'm pretty sure there would have been. I'll push the night vision on. So the inside of the boilers do have stuff. you have the pipes. I'm pretty sure there would have been water going around, like all the pipes and stuff. Yeah, there would have been. I think there would have been water. It might have been inside the pipes, but I don't know. So, how the boilers work, this is the only engineering thing I really know on the ship. You'd shove coal into these tubes, which are called Morrison tubes. There'd be a grate on top of it. There'd be like a grate in the middle. I can't do anything about that, because it's one block. It would heat up the water around these pipes, and the steam would travel through these pipes. Would have gone the excess smoke would have gone through these uptakes, which these are uptakes, and they would have gone over here, up the funnel, and the steam would have traveled all the way back to the reciprocating engine room, where it would travel through the low compression cylinder, then a high compression cylinder, then a medium compression cylinder, then another low compression cylinder, which I mean, it'd be better if I actually had them there to show you what everything is, but and then that steam would travel into the turbine engine room, or to go through the turbine, and I'm pretty sure like excess steam would go into the condensers and stuff, and that steam, there'd be pipes that went all the way back to the boiler room where excess steam could be used, and it'd just be a big process, like a continuing cycle. So correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's how it worked. So yeah, this is basically all I have on the ship. I can't recall any interiors I haven't shown, or anything I haven't shown. Now, I might do a video to go in even better detail, where I don't have, a kid in the background and other background noise. So, if you want to see the tour again, I'll have a video of it. I'm probably going to delete this stream. I'm not going to keep this stream. I'll just create another video. But, yeah. So, that is that. I guess I can show some other stuff. If y'all want me to, I can show the 4-to-1 project I was working on, because I did do stuff that I didn't post. I guess I'll show the 4-to-1. So, this is the project I'm probably going to continue. Once I complete this Titanic, I'm going to do a larger scale. So, this is what I have on that until I stopped. As you can see, way larger scale. This is me compared to like the bridge window. This is definitely more accurate than my current Titanic, but I'm sticking with my current Titanic. Everything, as far as I know, is accurate. Right length, right width. I actually don't know if the end of the forecastle is the right width. I know the forecastle is the right length. I did not the measurements, but I got everything, converted it into like what it would be in Minecraft, how many blocks long. The forecastle is 152 blocks long. The well deck, I don't remember how long the well deck is. And the beam of this ship is correct. It is equivalent to, I'm pretty sure Titanic was 96 feet wide. I think it might have not been. I don't recall, but I mean, I know it is right in here. Now, the main thing I do not know if it's right, I always kind of thought when I was building this, the superstructure looks a little too tall. Like, I don't know, just something looks weird about it. It looks like it's too tall. I mean, maybe it's because it's 4-to-1, but I don't know. It just seemed off. And all the decks aren't the correct height, so like G deck and F deck and E deck are shorter than all the other decks. Now, the only deck that is actually not the correct height is D deck, because I did not figure out until after I quit this project that D deck was taller than all the other decks. So, but yeah, that's that. And since we're not leaving just yet, I want to show one of my first Titanics I have on here, the oldest Titanic I have on here. This was maybe built like 3 years ago with a buddy. Some of you might follow him. If you follow me, you might follow him on Instagram. It's RMS Olympic Project. Me and him, back in the day, like 3 years ago, were building this ship. Um, it was really bad. We thought it was the best thing in the world at the time, but it is very clearly not. Yeah. But, I mean, we loved this ship. We were working on, I don't know why we quit. Um, I don't know, I think we just both wanted to go and build our own Titanics. And so, like, we quit it and went and built our own Titanics, but I still have the world. I didn't want to delete it just because I never really delete old Titanics because of nostalgia purposes. Nostalgic purposes. Now, I'm pretty sure ADEC was fully done, besides certain stuff. Yeah, some stuff is really wrong. Like, there would not have been a door leading to the second class staircase because this is first class. That makes no sense. Smoking room. It's too bright of a color of the wood. Furniture, not correct. It would have been bathroom right here. We didn't. This is the only area I'm pretty sure that isn't complete. The aft grand staircase. This actually might have been not complete as well. You can see we're completely missing Father Brown's cabin and Thomas Andrews' cabin. Yeah, we have the lounge pantry right here, and I built this entire lounge pantry, and I did not even look at deck plans to build this, so it's like all made up. Refrigeration, like there was no refrigeration room in the pantry. Yeah, this is one of the older Titanics. The lounge, way out of proportion. It's definitely the wrong shape. I'm pretty sure I had a secret room or something right here. Or I was gonna make this a secret room, this little area right here. Reading and writing room. Completely wrong. I don't know why we thought there was like a trophy bookcase right here, but we did. We thought there would have been books everywhere as well. And what else is there? Oh yeah, the cabins are just a strip. I just completely made up what the cabins look like. These are way too modern, for Titanic. But this is what I interpreted a first class cabin to look like. So, and the boiler, we have a boiler room here. The boiler room, the boilers look really bad. I added unnecessary detail. That makes no sense. This watertight door doesn't look bad, but I mean I guess I haven't built mine yet, so that's the reason it doesn't look bad in my opinion. With my boiler room, I'm gonna add like these kind of buttons and stuff to make it seem like there's rivets and stuff. Coal bunker isn't there. This fireman's passage, none of this stuff would have been here. It would have been basically just a passage with like no pipes or anything. I mean, there might have been like a couple pipes here and there, but I don't even think there were pipes. But we just cluttered the hell out of it. And then the spiral staircase that went up. So yeah. That's it. So I'm gonna end the stream here, guys, and yeah, I'll make another video about me touring my ship. So yeah. If you have any questions, DM me on Instagram or anything about the ship or about anything in general. Hopefully next stream will be better than this one. Maybe I'll get used to actually streaming and be better at it, better at talking, and not losing my train of thought and not stuttering and stuff like that. So, I mean, it will come over time, but for right now, I'm gonna end the stream here, guys, and I hope you enjoyed. See you later.